Om Shri Sai Ram. Humble prostrations at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Master, Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Dhyana Vahini, Chapter 2. Chanting God's Name and Meditation. Summary. The intent of meditation is extremely important. If it is for worldly gain or material benefit, or done with a wandering mind and without one-pointedness, it will not yield favorable results. The mind, having once tasted the sweetness of meditative bliss, should not oscillate between trivial sensory pleasures and the highest purpose, but remain one-pointed. To attain these, time is needed, of course. How long that time will be depends on the activities of thought, word, and deed, as well as on the motives that impel those actions. Gauge meditation by its inner impact. Do not calculate the time spent or the effort made on meditation. The main considerations are with what mind one has prayed, with what degree of patience one has been awaiting the result, and with what single-mindedness one has craved godly bliss, regardless of worldly happiness and delay. Give room to neither impatience nor sloth. One should not count the cost, the time, or the trouble. One should await the descent of the Lord's grace. This patient waiting is itself a part of the austerity or tapas of meditation. Sticking unfalteringly to the vow is the austerity. The three paths to meditation are: first, the sattvic path, where one seeks God for its own sake without caring for fruits of action or effort made, while always wishing good for the world. Second, the rajasic or restless path, where fruits of the actions are craved for at every step, and if not attained, the seeker is likely to stop or drop out of the path. Third, the ignorant or tamasic path, where prayers are performed only in time of distress or physical and material need, while always measuring the quantum of offering made. While most people are slave to the rajasic and tamasic paths, it is only the few who are following the sattvic path who are on the way to realizing the Atman. Bodily training and mental conditioning are essential in the early stages of meditation, where every step should be done consciously and deliberately. Actions performed in non-meditative times also should be harmonious and well-intentioned through good habits, discipline, and high ideals. Later, when expertise is obtained, one can easily and naturally reach that state without even conscious preparation. Everyone has the right to spiritual success, and it exists in the potentiality of all humans. One simply needs to strive towards it with attendant care and one-pointedness. Key takeaways from this chapter. Firstly, fixing the intent of meditation as being something beyond worldly desires and centered around realization of the Atma is extremely important. Consistency and discipline to persevere with relative indifference to what worldly life throws at us is required, to not fall prey to the rajasic or tamasic approaches which are doomed to failure. Secondly, measuring success or failure by way of time invested or money spent in the pursuit is a big folly. It demands both quality, one-pointedness and focus, and quantity, effort made, and the complete absence of desire, leaving everything to the Lord's grace. Spending non-meditative hours in fruitful actions and always wishing the good of the world is a key ingredient too. Thirdly, preparing and attaining proficiency in meditation often follows the classic curve of competency building over 4 stages, starting with the unconscious incompetence, moving to conscious incompetence, then to conscious competence, and finally to unconscious competence, where expertise is obtained and the process is natural without conscious thought. Fourthly, every human has the potential for Atmic realization. That is the divine assurance. Based on our vasanas, experiences, and inclinations, this may be at varying degrees of apparent difficulty to attain. But the opportunity to make effort towards it lies in each one of us to let us strive to purify our intent, stabilize our practice, and leave the rest to God. End of Chapter 2. Jai Sai Ram.